faithful ladypreneurs. So it has been kind of a crazy day, so I'm doing this outside. But I wanted to talk to you guys about how you're feeling about sales, because it's really interesting that your feeling about sales is directly affecting your prospects' feeling about how you are selling to them. And so we wanted to just talk about that for just a second. So hi Wanda, thanks for watching. So I want you guys to ask yourselves a couple of questions. One, when I say the word sales, what comes to mind for you? Is it hard? Is it easy? Do you feel like that you're worried about what people think about you? What kind of things come to mind when you hear the word sales? Is there a word that comes to mind, or is there a thought or a phrase? So that's the first question I want you to ask yourself. For me, when I did this exercise, the word that came to mind was hard. And so the second question I want you to ask yourself is, why is that how you feel or think about sales? And when I traced it back, I realized it came from my childhood, because I think a lot of things do, right? And my dad had done so many different network marketing businesses and different types of businesses that I saw him struggle over and over and over again. And sales was really hard for him. And so I just created this belief in my head that sales is difficult. And so that's where I came from on mine. So I want you to think, hi Lisa, thanks for joining. So I want you to think about, when you think about sales, what word comes to mind and why? Why does that word come to mind? And then I want you to take it, same word comes to mind also. Yeah, exactly. I mean, hard, I think, is one of those things, or difficult to get, right? When you think about money or sales. Excuse me. So now that you've pinpointed a little bit why that word comes to mind for you, I want you to ask yourself, how true is that really for me going forward? Because maybe it was hard for me in the past, but it doesn't have to continue to be. And it's all about how we look at sales. So if you come into a sales conversation and you say to yourself, man, sales is so hard. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Sales is going to be hard for you, right? But if you come into the conversation saying, I have an amazing product that I know is going to help other people, and that sales is just another journey, another step in the journey for them to be able to make their life better, then that is going to be how they look at it and how you look at it as well. In fact, that was weird. I don't even know if I lost you guys. Anyway, so I went to a school called IPEC for my coaching certification. And Bruce Schneider is the owner of IPEC, and he has this amazing quote, and I will actually put it in the comments when I get home just to make sure that I get this quote right. But it was something to the effect of that instead of looking at sales as trying to get something from someone, think about it as you are inspiring them to make and take action in their life to better themselves. Because that's what it's all about, right? We're not doing sales to, see how many sales we can get. When you really, really care about your business and you're aware of the purpose that you have in life, that is what it's all about, is helping other people. And so I want you to think about that, is that when you look at sales from that lens of being able to help other people, and that's the thing, is that, a lot of times we're going along in life and we don't even know what we actually need, right? So think about, the last person that sold you something. Were you looking for that product? Because I bet in some cases you weren't. Maybe if you go buy a car, of course, then that's something that you're looking for. But it's okay to get in front of people and to get your message out and to post on Facebook and things like that about your product. Don't do it in a spammy way, but more of a relationship building way. But you want to get your product out there. You want to get your brand out there, and you want to sell people because you're asking them to make a change or take action in their life to better their life. or their business. And that's really what it comes down to. So for me, that was life-changing. For me to be able to look at sales as a service for somebody else, that if I let that person go knowing how much I can help them, then it's on me and not them. And of course, you know, you can take no for an answer and that kind of thing. You don't want to be pushy or rude about it. But when you come from a genuine place where you're really caring about that other person, they're going to feel it. So how can you change your opinion about sales, right? Because that's what it boils down to. And one of those ways is looking at what it can really do for people. The reason why you fell in love with the product that you have and that you're offering, or the service that you're offering to other people, is because you know the value. So as long as they see that value, then that can change your perspective about sales. So those are my 3 steps for you guys today. I want you to think about, when you think of the word sales, what word comes to mind and why? And then I want you to challenge that. Do I really want to keep thinking that way about sales? And if I don't, then I need to do something about that. And that could be, you know, looking at it in a different light, like we just talked about, of it's a service as opposed to something that you're getting out of them. It could be talking to other people about the benefits that they see in salespeople. Some of the best things that we have in our lives were given to us by salespeople. Hey Melissa, thanks for watching. So I want you guys to think about your relationship with the word sales and how you can change that. And if you guys have any comments or thoughts about how you changed your perception about sales, because sometimes it gets a bad rep, right? We think about that sleazy car salesperson, who, not all car salesperson people are like that, right? And we're that same way too. We're not that sleazy person, because we're offering a good product to good people. So think about how you can change your perception about sales to empower you and your clients. So thanks for watching this Technique Tuesday, guys. Sorry, it's a couple minutes late. I had some technical difficulties, but that's computers and phones for you, so it's all good. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, and please feel free to comment below on what works for you in changing your perception about sales, and we'll see you next Technique Tuesday.